Hey, and welcome back. This is Magdalena Grace of MagdalenaGrace.com and the Healthy and Wealthy and Wise movement with my podcast, Healthy and Wealthy and Wise. And welcome to my YouTube channel. This is actually a special, as you saw from the intro, a special little blurb and an episode that's not necessarily affiliated with my podcast entirely. It's primarily meant to be for my YouTube channel, but I repurpose it into my podcast. So if you like what you see, please hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a review or comment below with any questions, thoughts, feedback. This is only the third month that I've been doing these full moon and new moon ritual experiences as a gift back to you, my viewers. I have been working with the full moon, new moon experience of my own making, connecting with my ancestors, and really getting back to what they did back in the day was really worship and honor the elements, the moon, the sun, and have a deeper reverence and make everything so much more sacred than we do. So every month I'll be offering up full moon, new moon experiences. This is the full moon in Leo, and oh my gosh, I'm sort of sitting on edge right now because I don't know if this is going to record. This is my fourth reboot, my fourth recording attempt. Because the other ones just did not go as planned. And I feel like that's a great example of what this moon is trying to get all of us to do. It's supposed to be a very intense week. I'm not an astrologer, but I follow astrologers and I love the lunatic astrologer. She's going to be on my show in March. I'm so excited. But basically, there's going to be volcanoes, there could be earthquakes, there's going to be a lot of seismic activity in Mother Earth, as above, so below, as within, so without. A lot of times we, as human beings, although we're spiritual beings having a human experience, we exhibit these different symptoms or side effects. Even the seasons, right? Winter is often known for slowing down, hibernation, introspection, SAD, seasonal affective disorder, all of these different things. And I believe that we really can have I feel like a good relationship with astrology, a good relationship with the moon. We can leverage, we can harness that. The moon is the grandmother energy, the mother energy, the feminine energy. And especially at this full moon time, it's a great time to release, to let go. If you've ever heard people talking about lunatic, luna meaning moon, around the full moon, I have friends who are firefighters, right? And they talk about how much extra crazy it is around the full moon. So this also gives you permission to really honor your emotions, your feelings, and let them go instead of going crazy and maybe ending up in a psych ward, like literally. I'm not laughing at that. I'm not making fun of that. I take it very seriously because my mom was a schizophrenic, so I understand mental health really, really well. And at the end of the day, if you can harness these energies, you can have gentler triggers. You can have I almost call it like a psychic intuitive gifts to just go with the flow. The moon is all about the water and the flow. The moon is in charge of the tides, like literally the ocean bows to the moon and changes with the full moon and the new moon and the different tides of the moon. So we as humans are made up of 90% water in our head and 70% in our body. So yes, you are, whether you listen to astrologers or not, you are impacted by the moon cycle. And so at the end of the day, every month I want to come here and give you a ritual to do. So I'm going to break it down for you. And specifically, every month I've done it a little different. So I like to keep you keep you guessing. It also depends on the mood. I'm really tapping into my intuition. Again, that's very moon oriented. So here's what we're going to do today. We're going to first talk about the energies of this Leo moon. We're going to talk about how to set an intention. I'm also going to have some journal prompts that can help you with that intention. I'm going to provide for you a runes reading. I'll explain more of what that is if you've never heard of that before, and then do a full moon release and meditation. So what you're going to need is a piece of paper. I have some paper here on my clipboard. You're going to need a pen, and you're also going to need a candle, or if you want a lighter. And you want to have like some kind of bowl so you can burn a piece of paper on. and not start a fire. I'm here in Southern California, so we're very sensitive to that whole fire conversation. So go ahead and grab a pen, piece of paper. If you want to light a candle or grab your lighter, if you want to have a bowl, I'm just cleansing and clearing the space. So far, the recording's still going. I'm so excited. I'm calling this moon the breakdown into breakthrough courageous moon. Like, oh my gosh, I had a major breakdown yesterday, just like crying, snot flying. I got a letter in the mail that just really triggered me big time. We're talking ancestral wounds. I'm still working through it. Maybe I'll share with you the whole story. And I cried again this morning. So I've had a couple breakdowns already, and it's Monday at the time of this recording. This full moon happens to be this Wednesday, the 12th, at just before 9 a.m. Eastern time. So just before 6 a.m. Here in Southern California. So again, hopefully by now you have your candle or fire element, and you have a little bowl and a piece of paper and a pen. And at any time, you can always pause recording if something comes through for you. Try to keep these to 30 minutes. We'll see how that works. Last month I went a little over. So hopefully you are also distraction free, not driving. This is something that's very, participatory. And the hope is for you to have some kind of a breakthrough. So what I'm actually going to invite you to do before I talk about the energies of the moon, especially since this is what I call the breakdown and a breakthrough courageous moon, you might be feeling a little frazzled. So what I want you to do is put both feet firmly planted on the floor and go ahead and just sit down, put your butt in your seat or on your cushion, or if you're sitting on the floor, maybe next to your couch, make sure you're nice, seated up nice and tall. And what I'm going to have you do is close your eyes, take a nice deep inhale, and exhale. Just two more for good measure. Go ahead, nice deep inhale into the belly. Sigh it out if you like. Deep inhale and exhale. Letting go of the day, the night, whenever you're watching this. So just so you know, this moon is on the 12th. So the 11th, which is why I record this on the 10th so I can release it. So you have all of the 11th, all of the 12th, and all of the 13th to really suck the marrow from the bones here and get as much out of this experience as possible. So let's talk about first things first, and I do have timestamps in the comments below, so you can jump ahead to the different categories. So let's talk about the energies of this full moon. So this full moon is the Leo, right? Leo the lion, the sign of Leo. So at the end of the day, this is all about courage, needing courage, having more confidence, having more self-reliance and independence. This is also about creativity and creative expression. If you think of like Leo the lion, very like, strutting the lion's stuff, shaking the mane, and then also having the heart of a lion. So heart is courage. Heart is also love. This is the month of love. Self-love is what I really like to focus on more than anything. But at the same time, it can also be about how to have courage in your love life. I just got off a couple calls today with clients, and they're happening, have relationship challenges. And this woman, they're letting go of the toxic relationship, right? And it's requiring courage. And a lot of times I ask you to consider different categories for these intentions that we'll be setting here shortly. Do you want to set them in health, wealth, relationships, career, finance? Any one of those is perfect, or whatever comes through. You could even be focusing more on, since this is the full moon and we're releasing, letting go, shedding, purging, and this the year of the snake, right? You'll hear me talk a lot about shedding and purging. Maybe it's an emotion or a toxic energy or a trigger that you want to let go. Maybe you just get really pissed off when a certain person talks to you in a certain way, or maybe you get triggered with the things on Facebook, Maybe this is your opportunity to have the courage to finally delete the Facebook app from your phone. Or, if you also feel like your creative expression has been blocked for whatever reason, maybe let go of that self-sabotage limiting belief that you don't have creativity or you're not creative, and just do it already. Just go. However, in order to have that courage, a lot of times there may get to be some tears. There may get to be a breakdown. That's all part of this energetic moon and the astrology supporting it. I'm not an astrologer, by the way, but I study it a lot. There's so many planets and energies that are really, really intense this week, so much so we may have earthquakes, we may have tsunamis. There's all of this discussion about that right now. Things are like turning on their head. People may be losing their head. When a lion gets really, really angry, he roars. Maybe you're going to let go of some anger, and you might have to break down and hopefully not hurt yourself or others. Remember, that's the idea here is self-love, and be able to transmute that anger. Maybe you have been a hothead and you want to let go of hurting other people, and you want to learn how to creatively let go of the anger through a sacred rage practice, for example, or singing or screaming, go to the rage room, whatever the case may be. So these are all just kind of like part of the themes. I wanted to break down those energies for you. And then let's talk about an intention around the energies of this moon. And this is also partly of what we're going to be doing here, is letting go of something that no longer serves you and calling in something new to replace it. I love that sacred exchange personally, being able to have a give and receive, not a give and take, but a give and receive. You give to the universe, to this moon, I don't want this anymore. Please, please, can you receive this? And then by releasing something, you can then receive. And so it's like the boomerang law, the universal spiritual law. You throw out the boomerang and then it comes back. But in this case, it's specific to, I'm letting go of this shadow, this darkness, this limiting belief, this, toxic relation, this whatever. And I'm ready then to receive. That's the feminine component of this full moon, is she wants to help you let go so that you open up space so that you can receive something, so that when we have the new moon ritual in a couple of weeks, then you have a new beginning opportunity. So that's the best part about this. These moon cycles, these 4-week cycles. Okay. So here are some journal prompts just that I came up with. You don't have to use them. And again, you may want to pause and journal a little bit along the way. That's fine. Where can you be more confident in your life? Where can you be more confident in your life? Where can you have the heart of the lion? Where can you maybe have more courage? Is it speaking your truth in your relationship? Is it, finally taking care of yourself and going to the doctor instead of being afraid? So where can you be more confident in your life? Health, wealth, relationships, finance. What does your courageous heart really want? It's another journal prompt. What does your courageous heart really crave, want, desire? When you think of the heart, you just think of that magnetic field, that love, just that excitement, that passion. Or maybe you don't feel any excitement or passion right now. Maybe you got to let go of the baggage and call in more passion, more desire. So let go of anything that's hurting your heart, grief, shoulda, coulda, woulda, resentments. Maybe that's going to be what you're going to let go. And where can you be more of a leader in your life? Kind of similar to the first question, where can you be more confident in your life? Where can you lead more in your life? Some of these are so similar, but maybe just hearing it differently. Where can you lead more in your life? Whether it's in that relationship, in your self-care, in your career, in your finances. Maybe you're really wanting to let go of scarcity, lack, and fear of looking at your budget. And by taking ownership of your budget, then the universe is going to respond and say, okay, they're really finally taking care of their money. So now we'll give them more to take care of, right? So last question is, where are you holding back? Where are you fearful? Opposite of courage to me is fear. Stopping yourself, dissociating, holding back. Where are you holding back in your life? You know me, I'm a mind, body, spirit alchemist and a teacher. So I really like to get you to think. I was a college professor for several years. I really like you to think. This is not necessarily about me teaching, as it is helping facilitate some deep thoughts. So maybe if you want to hit the pause button, I'm going to go on now and do the runes reading. You want to hit the pause and just ponder. Hopefully you wrote those down. And that can help you with setting your intention as well as this runes reading. And I'm going to be pulling. So these are the runes, ancient symbols, predating tarot, divination tools that it can help you, kind of like sacred geometry. Look at these images. I'll do a past, present, future spread, and it may pull out an idea or something you can add to your intentions. I'll do that reading first, then I'm going to read a supportive card from the Divine Feminine Oracle deck. Then we'll do the intention burning of the releasing, and then just a brief meditation to visualize and embody the releasing. So since this is like the fifth time I recorded this, I did the reading earlier on the first recording. So I saved the cards. They were still solid. So past, present, and future. So this past is anytime in the last 30 days to 6 months, because we had a new moon in Leo in August 4th of 2024. So think back to August, all the way up to 30 days ago since the last moon, which was January 11th, I believe, with the full moon in Cancer. And so, what did you plant in August that also took a lot of courage that brought you to where you're at today? So, and if that doesn't mean anything to you, that's fine. So here we are today. I'm going to let you look at it. This is the Awaz rune. Awaz. This rune is all about spiritual enlightenment, physical death, and rebirth. It's connected to, if you studied Norse mythology, you know the Yggdrasil, the tree of life. The roots go dark deep into the soil and all the way up to the heavens. So there's like a connection to death and rebirth. When you plant a seed in a tree, it plants whole new opportunities. And so what did you plant in August up till now that is now going through a major awakening and enlightenment? It's also connecting you to your ancestors. It's another, also connected to the yew tree, which is very much known to be in graveyards or cemeteries. So again, this is the past. What have you been receiving enlightenment on, vision questing, developing inner strength with, communication with your ancestors? What are you healing for them? So that's the past. The present, which is beautiful, because when you think about a breakdown and having a breakthrough and having the courage of a lion, this is Fehu. Take a look at this. So this is all about abundance, wealth, prosperity. So it really is saying that with this full moon, your efforts are paying off. As long as you manage your money wisely, your efforts will pay off. I'm also getting, since this is the Leo full moon and focusing on courage and going after what you want, as long as you stay humble and speak your truth and say whatever you're needing to say or do with as much confidence as possible. Maybe you want to start a YouTube channel or whatever. This is the time that is going to pay off more than ever. And keep in mind, this is also for, the next 6 months, leading us back to the next Leo new moon. There is a connection there. It's a full cycle. But where in your intention do you want to be abundant in the here and now with this full moon? Okay. And then the future goes beautifully with this last one. It's all about protection. This is algaes. So take a look at this one, see if anything comes through. Algaes is all about protection, safety, taking care of a safe and protected space, whether that's your home, your office. Maybe it's also A relationship. If you go after this relationship with courage and confidence, then how are you going to protect it? If it's your health that you set an intention, maybe you go to the doctor and then they advise you to work out more or whatever, and that's protecting your body, which is your temple. So, one last look here, and I'm going to put them all together. Past, present, future, enlightenment, wealth, and protection. Sometimes we go after something with so much courage and confidence, our ego can be inflated. So that's also giving us a reminder to protect your ego. Protect your ego. So if you ever want a full runes reading, you can go to magdalenagrace.com, and on my link tree there, just go ahead and schedule a full hour runes reading is $111. If that calls to you, it can be really great to help you in your next decision-making processes. All right, so now we are going to have your light, have your piece of paper. I'm going to grab my piece of paper now. Grab your pen. And since this is all about releasing, we're going to focus on this burning of what is it that you're letting go of? What is it that you're letting go of? What has really been bothering you maybe most in the last 48 hours? If you can't think of anything, just think back to the last 48 hours, your dreams, your triggers, your challenges. Maybe like me, I got I got a really nasty letter in the mail. Maybe you just want to even write down the name of the relationship you're letting go of, the toxic relationship. So after this, we'll do the meditation to help call in what it is that you would like to call in. So go ahead, grab your lighter or your candle. I'm actually going to use my lighter this time. And however you want to cut it in half and just breathe as you do this. Don't set anything on fire. That's why you have the bowl. Please be responsible. Just throw mine in the bowl and it's burning, burn, baby, burn. Disco inferno, burn, baby, burn. Beautiful. Woo! That one's extra spicy. And then I'd advise you, if you wanted to, put this in your fireplace if you have one, or obviously make sure it's fully out. And you would put it, mine's still going. You can even put it in a bowl with water and then go bury it. From ashes to dust to dust, this is your purge, if you don't mind my saying so, and letting go of that which no longer serves you. Give it back to Gaia. Give it back to Gaia. So now that we have let it go, let it flow, now what I'm going to invite you to do here in these last closing seconds. I almost forgot. I did it on the first reading, but not now. I thankfully had this prepared. I'm going to do one more card. A message from the Divine Feminine Oracle deck, my favorite. Since this is the month of love, I thought we could benefit from some motherly love. It's the full moon, so this was the deck that spoke to me the most. Which one of you divine mothers wants to come out and have a message for us on this full moon in Leo? You have, oh, I love this. I can't make this stuff up. So remember with the runes reading, we had the algaes card of protection. So this is Our Lady of Guadalupe. Our Lady of Guadalupe, the Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. I can't make this stuff up. So if you don't already have the Divine Oracle feminine oracle deck, I highly encourage this. So I'm going to leave her right here. Well, you can't really see. Trying to get this down. I'm going to take you through just a few breaths of meditation. So I wanted to remove this here so you can see. There we go. Our Lady of Guadalupe. So if you want to stay, I love candle gazing. So if you have a candle and it's lit, I want you to stare at that candle and just really go ahead and get comfortable. Lie down if you want. We're only going to be here for like 4 minutes. I have my singing bowl. And I want you to go ahead, get into a comfy position, whether you're seated or lying down. Close your eyes. And I'm going to invite you to take a 6-count inhale breath, hold at the top, 8-count exhale. And if you wanted to, you can have a candle and you want to keep your eyes open and stare at the candle. Candle gazing is very meditative. So I'm going to give you those options. You can lay down or sit back and close your eyes or stare at your candle, whatever calls to you. So go ahead, and now I'm going to count out loud. We're going to do this together 3 times, and then I'm going to allow you to meditate. So go ahead and inhale, count of 6. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. And then exhale, count of 8. 1, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold out. Now inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. And exhale 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And last time, inhale 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold. And exhale 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and relax. I want you to go ahead and visualize, imagine, intend, seeing yourself taking that courageous next step action. I want you to visualize speaking your truth or working with that courageous heart, letting go of what you just let go of in the fire. Visualize, imagine, intend, seeing yourself, smelling, feeling, tasting, hearing, sensing. What do you have on the other side of that courageous action, that confident, self-reliant leadership, goal-oriented movement, that breakthrough? What does it look like on the other side of the breakdown you may have had just recently? What does a breakthrough look like for you? Continue to breathe in deep, seeing yourself fully realize and actualize, embodying it at the deepest level, feeling it all over. However that comes through for you is perfect. Don't judge it. Breathing deep, magnifying that experience to a highest level 10 as possible. Who are you seeing? What are you smelling? What are you tasting? What are you hearing? How are you showing up courageously in the world with confidence, leadership, and so much creative expression? Go ahead, if your eyes are closed, just take another deep inhale. And exhale. Deepest inhale. And one last time, exhale. Not going to say too much more. I just want to say thank you for showing up for you. Thank you for being here. If you liked what you saw, please hit the share button. Share the link with your community, your friends, Facebook, LinkedIn. If you have any questions, thoughts, feedback, comment below. And if you happen to be identify as woman, I have a 66-day Awaken the Goddess and Activate the Kundalini Within challenge. If you want more information on that, ladies, go to www.magdalenagrace.com. We're going to have private full moon rituals and private new moon rituals. It's just going to be an incredible time of bringing back your witchy magic, trusting yourself, developing a deeper sense of intuition. We're going to start in mid-March, right around eclipse season. So it's going to be potent and magical. Until next time, everyone, I wish you all the best health, wealth, relationships, and always remember the best is yet to come. Bye-bye for now.
Subscribe, like, and share with your friends. Hire Magdalena for a runes reading or healing session by emailing support@microdosingforhealth.com.